10 signs of an emotionally immature man. Ever found yourself scratching your head, wondering why some guys just don't seem to get it when it comes to handling emotions or dealing with the nitty-gritty of life? Well, you're not alone. Emotional maturity isn't something that just magically happens when you hit a certain age. It's more like a journey, and let's be real, some folks are taking the scenic route. We're diving into the world of emotional immaturity in men, unpacking everything from why they might dodge responsibility like it's an extreme sport, to their struggle with opening up about their feelings, beyond just hunger or tiredness, that is. So if you're curious about why some men act the way they do, or maybe you're doing a bit of self-reflective soul-searching, stick around. We've got some insights that might just hit the mark. Avoidance of responsibility. Men displaying emotional immaturity often shirk responsibility, a trait that significantly impacts both personal and professional relationships. This avoidance is rooted in a reluctance to face the consequences of their actions or decisions, underpinned by a fear of criticism, failure, or confronting their shortcomings. This behavior manifests in various ways, from neglecting duties and obligations to shifting blame onto others to escape accountability. For example, consider a scenario where an emotionally immature man forgets an important anniversary. Instead of apologizing and acknowledging his forgetfulness, he might blame his partner for not reminding him, or assert that the date was not as significant as other commitments. This tendency to dodge responsibility not only hinders personal growth and self-reflection, but also strains relationships. Partners and colleagues may perceive this behavior as a lack of integrity or reliability, leading to mistrust and dissatisfaction. Over time, this pattern can contribute to a cycle of avoidance, where the individual becomes increasingly resistant to facing challenges head-on, preferring instead to escape into denial or fabrication. Addressing this behavior requires a conscious effort to accept responsibility for one's actions, coupled with a willingness to learn from mistakes and embrace personal growth. As you enjoy this video, subscribe, comment, and like this video to support our channel. Difficulty expressing emotions. Men often struggle with expressing emotions due to societal norms and expectations that equate emotional vulnerability with weakness. This struggle is particularly evident in emotionally immature men, who may find it challenging to navigate their feelings and articulate them effectively. This difficulty can manifest in various detrimental ways, from explosive anger in response to stress or frustration to complete withdrawal in moments that require emotional intimacy. For instance, an emotionally immature man facing anxiety about a job loss may lash out at loved ones over minor irritations instead of expressing his fears and seeking support. Alternatively, he might withdraw emotionally, bottling up his feelings and creating a chasm between himself and those who wish to help. This inability to process and share emotions can lead to a buildup of stress, affecting mental and physical health. It can also erode the foundations of relationships, as partners feel shut out and unable to connect on a deeper emotional level. Learning to express emotions in a healthy way is crucial for emotional maturity. It involves recognizing and accepting one's feelings, understanding that vulnerability is a strength rather than a weakness, and seeking constructive ways to communicate emotions to others. This process is not easy and may require professional help, such as therapy, to navigate successfully. However, the benefits of becoming emotionally articulate are profound, leading to stronger, more authentic relationships and a healthier, more fulfilled life. Poor communication skills. Effective communication is critical in maintaining healthy relationships, yet emotionally immature men often struggle in this area. They may shy away from discussing important matters such as feelings, future plans, or issues within the relationship, leading to misunderstandings and unresolved conflicts. This avoidance often stems from a fear of vulnerability or confrontation, making it difficult for them to engage in open and honest dialogue. As a result, their partners might feel neglected or disconnected, exacerbating feelings of loneliness and dissatisfaction within the relationship. For example, when faced with relationship challenges, an emotionally immature man might choose a silence or evasion rather than addressing the issues head-on, preventing any possibility of growth or improvement in the relationship. Lack of empathy. Empathy involves understanding and sharing the feelings of another, a trait often underdeveloped in emotionally immature individuals. This lack of empathy manifests as an inability or unwillingness to place oneself in another's shoes, leading to selfish or insensitive behaviors. In relationships, this can result in neglecting a partner's emotional needs, prioritizing one's own desires without regard for the impact on the other person. For instance, an emotionally immature man might ignore his partner's need for comfort and support during a difficult time, focusing instead on his own interests or discomforts. This self-centered approach can cause significant harm to relationships, eroding trust and intimacy over time. Remember to turn on notification to be alerted when we release new videos. Fear of commitment. Many emotionally immature men display a profound fear of commitment, not just in romantic relationships, but also in other areas of life, like career choices or personal goals. This apprehension can stem from a variety of sources, including previous relationship traumas, fear of losing freedom, or the inability to make decisions about the future. Such individuals might avoid making long-term plans or commitments, which can leave their partners feeling insecure and undervalued. For instance, when discussions about future living arrangements, marriage, or children arise, an emotionally immature man might deflect or change the subject, indicating his discomfort with commitment and long-term planning. This behavior not only stunts the growth of the relationship, but also places a strain on the emotional well-being of both partners. Impulsive behavior. Emotional immaturity is often accompanied by a tendency towards impulsive behavior, characterized by making decisions or taking actions without fully considering the consequences. This impulsiveness can manifest in various forms, such as sudden large purchases, quitting a job without a plan, or engaging in risky behaviors. Such actions are typically driven by a desire for immediate gratification or an attempt to escape uncomfortable emotions. For example, an emotionally immature man might purchase an expensive car on a whim, despite financial constraints, seeking a fleeting sense of satisfaction or status. This impulsivity not only jeopardizes financial stability, but also reflects a lack of foresight and responsibility. Need for instant gratification. Emotionally immature men often seek immediate pleasure or benefits, showing little patience for delayed gratification. This need can manifest in various aspects of life, from financial decisions to relationship expectations. They might prioritize activities that offer quick rewards, such as gaming or excessive social media use, over more meaningful but effort-intensive tasks. For instance, instead of working on building a deep, meaningful relationship, an emotionally immature man might seek superficial connections that provide instant validation but lack depth. This short-term approach can lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction and restlessness, as the temporary pleasures fail to provide lasting fulfillment. Struggle with conflict resolution. A significant sign of emotional immaturity is the inability to handle disagreements or conflicts constructively. Emotionally immature men may respond to conflict with anger, avoidance, or by giving up quickly rather than working through the issue. This can severely impact relationships, as it prevents the resolution of conflicts and the growth that comes from overcoming challenges together. For example, in the face of a disagreement, an emotionally immature man might resort to silent treatment or worse, escalate the conflict through aggressive behavior rather than engaging in a calm and constructive dialogue to find a mutual solution. Reliance on others for self-esteem. Emotionally immature individuals often derive their sense of self-worth from the approval and validation of others rather than from internal sources of self-esteem. This dependence can make them highly sensitive to criticism and rejection, leading to behaviors aimed at pleasing others at the expense of their own needs and values. For example, an emotionally immature man might change his opinions or behavior dramatically to fit in with a particular group or to gain approval from a partner, indicating a lack of self-confidence and an unhealthy reliance on external validation for self-worth.